Our young men and women, dedicated to those ideals summed up in the Pledge of Allegiance, can be considered one of the most important resources that we as a nation possess. Nowhere is their present and potential value shown in terms of constructive deeds as responsible citizens of tomorrow as in the 4-H clubs of Indiana. Our 4-H club is one of a closely knit group of Americans from coast to coast who share an intense interest in the role agriculture plays in our nation's economy. Our own young men and women, like more than 2 million other 4-Hers, participate wholeheartedly in this program created by the Federal Extension Service of the United States Department of Agriculture more than 50 years ago. Today, under the guidance of men and women experienced in the many aspects of farm and home life, the boys and girls of Columbus and Bartholomew County learn by doing. Learn not only the most advanced and scientific farm procedures, but also the art of governing and the benefits of teamwork. Interest runs consistently high in 4-H throughout the county, and all who are interested may join. Currently, more than 1,200 boys and girls between the ages of 10 and 21 are members of the county clubs, which were established in 1914. Discussions on important items that affect the operation of the group are followed by thought and the casting of a vote as one sees fit, one of the first essentials of democracy. Leadership experience for the youngsters extends into all phases of the club's activities, including detailed work on past and future budgets. Monies appropriated for and received from varied programs are strictly accounted for. Keeping the group's finances in good order is a challenge, very much like keeping our own home budget or balancing the budget of a small or large business. Helping to keep the necessary records on an individual basis is the 4-H member's own record book, where his progress and participation in the many-sided efforts conducted by the group are entered. As many of us watch our children grow and become interested in the work of the 4-H club, we too often renew our associations as parent leaders, passing along the experience we might have had when we were members of 4-H during our own youth. It is surprising to find that some of our own activities remain fresh and interesting for the youth of today. Of course, the list of possible projects today's 4-Hers can undertake is considerably longer than in earlier days, in keeping with the many changes that have taken place in the entire field of agriculture. A daughter will often go over the list of projects mentioned in her 4-H book with her closest advisor, her mother, finally narrowing down her choice to those that seem most interesting to her. A key figure in every 4-H club is the agricultural agent, who through years of training and experience has made the land his life work. And since youth is vital to the land and its proper use, he is well qualified to pass along his knowledge of nature to the young 4-Hers. From his own work and through a constant stream of the latest information gathered by the far-flung Agriculture Department, he talks of the benefits of conservation to an interested group. For getting the most from the land, as well as taking care of it, is his specialty. Learning the identity of trees native to our state through their leaves is explained by the adult leader, pointing out the value, benefits, and problems encountered with each tree. Junior leaders, older boys who have learned a specialty or come home from a distant school with specialized knowledge, help their fellow members with information that will be meaningful to them. Recognizing the kind of wood, learning its commercial, industrial, and agricultural importance, helps many of the 4-Hers expand their already wide range of interests. Interests that will be maintained throughout the members' lives, whether they remain on the farm or not. appealing hobbies, crafts, and work projects of interest to the girls, too. A range of stimulating occupations geared to all ages. Wax pouring techniques for making candles are but one example of the crafts that can be learned. A senior demonstrator has the rapt attention of the girls as she explains how the molds are used, how colors are added for interest, and how we can tell when the finished waxed candle is ready. Girls have been an important part of the 4-H program since its beginning, reflecting the appreciation of their increasing importance in the pattern of farm and city life. Sewing projects are one of the popular favorites among the future homemakers. Inspecting the finished garments and the patterns, the girls determine what they like and are able to inject their own imagination in the creation of dresses they will make, either as projects or for their own satisfaction and use. Their critical eye skips none of the detail, a form of training that is excellent for learning how to judge the workmanship and imagination of others. The correct preparation of thread for the crafts project of Christmas tree ornaments is presided over by someone with wide experience. There's a secret to starting right, with a good grip on the thread so that it will not easily drop and roll away. And the secret revealed to the girls is the use of a balloon, a simple yet effective trick that makes things easier. Of course, the great majority of crafts are chosen with an eye to the girls' future life, in an attempt to teach them how to make things that will add beauty to a home, crafts that will improve their family's standard of living, making that living more comfortable. In short, crafts with high practical value, and crafts, too, that allow the artistic bent to be encouraged. Full development of the many-sided personalities is the worthwhile goal in all cases. The preparation of food is very high on the list of popular projects. Learning how to make maximum use of the most advanced kitchen facilities for the preparation of interesting nutritional meals that will keep their future families healthy and well-fed. Junior demonstrators take painstaking care to explain each step in the preparation of staples as well as other foods, adding pleasant touches that liven the interest of the consumer. The use of color in preparing appealing salads, how to cook so as to preserve the natural appearance and healthful vitamins and minerals of foods, how to arrange a table for neatness and added appeal. These are just a few of the many areas of interest learned in food preparation. The way to good judgment about foods comes from judging food. Good preparation, incidentally, for the judging competitions that are held at the annual 4-H fairs. Inspecting the samples and marking their reasons why a good or bad grade is given, the girls become aware of what is really important in food from the standpoints of appearance, wholesomeness, and taste. Thus, they sharpen their own judgment of the foods they are and will be cooking throughout their lives. The boys' eagerness to learn matches the junior leaders' eagerness to help, as the boys discuss and plan their projects. Keeping track of the projects, the amount of time spent on each, and the value of the project to the boy helps the junior leader evaluate each individual's progress. The same attention to record keeping is displayed on the part of the girls. The well-rounded activities of the 4-H boys and girls is truly an example of how American youth can grow to become responsible, aware citizens and leaders. To balance the more serious side of projects and work are the fun and good companionship the 4-Hers participate in during their meetings. Before the meeting starts, song leaders create the proper mood of good fellowship, followed by the orderly discussion of business at hand. Wherever possible, the groups talk through their problems and decide on their course of action under the helpful guidance of adults. It takes but a short time for the 4-Hers to learn how to heed the call of the square dance leader as they execute the intricate maneuvers perfectly in split-second rhythm with the music. Well, maybe not so perfectly, but it's fun. Time out for refreshment at the club meeting. Time to continue friendships that will last a lifetime. the friendship of people our own age with our own interests. The projects, the crafts, the effort each 4-H'er channels into every 4-H interest is given new meaning at the annual 4-H fair held on a site provided by the county. Everyone in Columbus helped, with the community raising over $100,000 for the buildings. In the various buildings, the project work of more than 1,200 4-H members will be put on display for the thousands of fair visitors. The carefully prepared exhibits in the girls' 4-H building are arranged for maximum viewing. Dresses made by the girls. Canned foods that represent long hours of work. And a host of crafts that reflect the wide scope of activities offered the girls through their participation in 4-H. In the boys' building, the range of exhibits runs from outer space right down to the good earth, with electronic displays that reflect the sharpened interest of today's young men in the entire universe. Neatly mounted displays of leaves found in the surrounding area are the results of hours of hiking through the countryside, constantly on the alert for fine specimens. Naturally, since agriculture plays such an important role, not only in the nation's economy, but especially in the livelihood of our own county, the displays of crops take their rightful prominent position. From the rich and fertile Indiana soil come a variety of foods for human and animal consumption, grown according to the latest techniques developed to yield the finest crops, while preserving the soil for next year, for the next generations, too. Livestock and fowl play an important role in Indiana's economy. And from farms throughout the county come the very finest specimens raised by the 4-H'ers, boys and girls. The girls are on equal footing with the boys throughout the 4-H clubs in terms of project interest. And it's not surprising to find girls taking several prizes. Carefully, patiently, those 4-H'ers with entries in the competition watch their competing animals, carefully grooming them so that they will make the best possible appearance before the judges. Proud moment comes for the dairy champion, capping a year of anticipation. The valuable training and knowledge that went into winning are as important as the award. From the many Angus, Herefords, and other steers entered in the steer competition, the judges faced the difficult task of checking each one and coming up with a winner. The proud owner of the award will take justifiable pride, aware that each competitor has done his best to earn it. Tension mounts as all but a few are eliminated, as the judges carefully weigh and compare the fine-looking animals. With all eyes on him, the judge presents the award for the grand champion steer. Only those who have ever won can possibly know how much of a thrill it can be. No words are needed to express the joy in the winner's face. This, then, is our Bartholomew County 4-H group, dedicated to the ideals of the 4-H pledge. My head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service. My health to better living, for my club, my community, and my country. Our own Indiana boys and girls helping to make our town, our nation, a better place in which to live.